We all heard enough speeches and I don't really need to say much at all. But I would like to say things about how it's been doing this. I was reluctant, partly because of this long-term association, and I thought I might die before I finished. After all, when one is 80 to start something, it's a little alarming, and that's what I was, you see. However, we've got there. I'm glad to say we've got there, and with the help of all those good people in the library, I think it's looking quite beautiful. And that's not due to me at all. The beauty is due to people like Jean and Anna Lewis and all the other people that looked at the design and worked that out too. That took quite a lot of work after the text was finished. And I couldn't have done it without them. And the beauty of the book is their making, not my making. The other things that were nice were coming back to this library. I had never inhabited this building as a member of staff. I was gone before it was completed. In fact, it was still an idea in the mind of God, I think, about that time. But it's been great to be at home in it. And the people who really made me at home, I must confess, were the people in the heritage section. Jean and Cheryl and Diana and all the rest of them. Anthony, who arrived in the middle of it all and seemed to become at home right away. I just felt like one of them, and suddenly I wasn't 80 at all. I was something like 18. So that was quite nice. I really enjoyed that. I think I want to say a special word for Cheryl, who took over the research for the film section, which I must say I said on television last night was abominable or atrocious. I can't remember which word I used, but it was atrocious. It was, wasn't it, Cheryl? And without her, it would not have been looked at because I wouldn't have been able to decipher it. And she gallantly did an hour a day, doing it exactly as I would have done it, which was really very nice because she had worked with me way back when she was a red-haired young thing and I was a semi-red-haired young thing. And she just had the feeling. So that was absolutely great. And of course these gallant people up in the computer section, Grant and Elizabeth and them. I mean, I was a hopeless person with a television, with a computer, with a television too, of course, but with a computer I really worked as a word processor. But also one absent friend who is not here, and that was James. James was a weekend person at the public library in the Heritage Collection, and James, I may tell you, sends greetings from Hatchard's in Piccadilly, where I saw him a week or two back. So that's very nice. But there are other people I'm glad to see here, and I think Heather is one of the people I most enjoy seeing here. It's lovely to see Heather here from Wellington. Her father was one of the people who made me very welcome when I went from Wellington from here to Wellington and felt somewhat lonely in that city. So nice to have Heather with us and know that the Reed Trust is there. So I've had a lot of pleasure out of this book, and one of it, of course, is being part of DP again. The other things I experienced, of course, were surprise. First surprise was that I was still able to think. I'm a bit doubtful about that. And somehow function a bit with a computer, and that was because everybody helped. The thinking was what everybody helped too. And I also was stunned in the end that I was able to work 7 days a week and survive it. But I did because I was determined that it would be finished on time. I always regarded the time slot as a little tight. So it was a little tight. And things were omitted that shouldn't have been. And one was talking to librarians and past librarians. I only managed to talk to two. And one was Alison in Auckland and the other was Nora in Wellington. And I must say that they had totally divergent views, which was very entertaining and made me feel that perhaps I better not bother with anybody else because it would be awful. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you, Bernie, for being the perfect host to someone wandering into his library. Not every librarian wants a predecessor poking around. Very civil. Thank you all.